him again if he allows his administration to crack down on legal cannabis. Those kind of facts need to be better known in the administration. So it's an education process. I also can tell you, having known him for 40 years, that backing Donald Trump into a corner is a mistake. I'm not attacking him, and I'm not telling him what to do. I'm urging him to keep his promise. He already took the right position, and that took some courage. Just stick to what you said in the campaign. It not only got you votes, it not only won you votes from people who cared about this issue, but they'll stick with you too if you stick with them. Keep faith with the voters that you assured you would support the industry and the availability of cannabis in the States. That's the key to victory. Now, whether we use direct mail, cable, or digital advertising, or broadcast television, or marches, or petitions, we're going to use all of those. We're going to use every modern campaign communications technique that we know works. We are in a different age in politics because it used to be true, whether you were a candidate or a cause, if you couldn't afford broadcast television advertising, always a multi-million-dollar endeavor, well, then you weren't even in the game. With the advent of the internet, we can reach the people we need to reach digitally at a much more effective cost. And therefore, the same exact techniques that I used to help elect the president, I would now like to use to persuade him to do the right thing. They tell me I have time for 2 more. Yes?
You're clearly pushing for medical rights. Do you think that you could push for adult use, and can't the state rights issue be used to move conservatives forward on adult use?
I'm not sure I understand your question. Go ahead.
If state rights is considered the conservative way to get cannabis through, can you use that also for the adult use argument for recreational use?
Well, first of all, I think those who think that you can segregate recreational in the 8 states that have it from medical, first of all, I point out that in most cases you have a different tax rate and a higher tax rate for recreational. And from a strictly business point of view, if you were in the industry, would you not just shift your entire business over to the medical side? The taxpayers get screwed because the tax rate is lower. It's probably beneficial to the consumer. States' rights are states' rights. The process that legalizes medical marijuana is the exact same process that legalizes so-called recreational marijuana. And therefore, you cannot be for states' rights when it comes to transgendered bathrooms. You can't be for states' rights when it comes to gay marriage. You can't be for states' rights when it comes to abortion, and then say, oh, I'm not for states' rights when it comes to adult use. That's an inconsistency that seems to be lost on general sessions. Perhaps we can educate it.
But you're up here today talking about pushing for the support of the 29 states.
Yes.
So you're not pushing for...
Well, the 29 states include the 8 states where it's recreational. I'm for legalization by the states on any basis that the state decides to legalize. If the administration somehow thinks that you can leave the medical industry alone and have a crackdown only on adult use for non-medicinal purposes, I don't think they understand the extent to which these are entwined in state law, and I'm not sure where they end up on an equal protection argument. In other words,